Minister, the President of the SAIEE, members of Council, the CEO of the SAIEE, and my fellow esteemed colleagues in the electrical engineering fraternity. It is indeed a great honor for us as the Central Gauteng chapter of the SAIEE to be hosting the Minister and his delegation today. Tonight the Minister is going to address us on the challenges facing our industry. And as the committee of the Central Gauteng, when we decided on this topic, we argued amongst ourselves. We said tonight we're going to have the ear of the Minister. Shouldn't we use this opportunity to apprise the Minister about the challenges that we are facing in our industry? But then we quickly remembered that we are engineers, and as engineers we are hardwired to come up with solutions, not with problems. We also remembered a call that was made by the man who called me the nicest man, Professor Mutambara, who not so long ago he challenged us as engineers that we need to break out of our technical and engineering comfort zones. And we need to assume our rightful places as leaders and as captains of our industry. And that we should be at the forefront of creating opportunities and growing the economy of our country. So fellow engineers, tonight we do recognize that some of the challenges that we have faced in our industry, they might have to do with unethical conduct and failures of corporate governance. And those were perpetrated by certain elements in our society. However, we cannot afford to be distracted. As engineers, we should prepare ourselves to adequately respond to the new challenges of a just transition. And as we migrate towards a low carbon economy, we migrate towards clean technologies, we migrate towards high levels of renewable energy penetrating our network, our networks and our power and energy systems. We have to simultaneously deal with other challenges, the disruptive processes of the fourth industrial revolution. There's mentioning of artificial intelligence, and that's and all those disruptive processes are affecting the power and energy sector. And how we respond to these challenges can either propel us to be at the frontiers of innovation and create new opportunities in the green economy, or alternatively we can become irrelevant and will be relegated into the dustbins of history with all the dirty industries. And today as the CGC, we want to challenge our fellow engineers that there is a call for us to assert our leadership role in this just transition. And the first step in that journey, I think as the MC indicated, is that we need to have active members who are part of the SAIEE. And those who are not part of the SAIEE, they need to join the SAIEE, so that as engineers, we can have a platform and we can amplify the voice of the engineering fraternity. I think there are a lot of misconceptions and sometimes we are not heard because our voice is not loud enough. And as members of the SAIEE and affiliates of the Engineering Council of South Africa, I have to put this on record. We really hold ourselves to the highest moral and ethical standards. We subscribe to the code of ethics, which enjoins us to always act with integrity and discharge our duties as engineers with fidelity and honesty. In the way that we conduct ourselves, we have also taken a pledge that we will always uphold the dignity, the standing, and the reputation of the electrical engineering fraternity. And this evening, I want to assert that as the CGC, we have demonstrated that leadership. As part of our CSI initiatives, led by my colleague Sibongile, we've gone into our disadvantaged communities. We've hosted math and science competitions for children in those communities. And we are very proud to be at the forefront of inspiring and developing the engineers of tomorrow. And those are the engineers who are going to lead us into this just transition. We are also delivering on our programs to train, to mentor, and to transfer engineering skills to our younger generation of engineers. And to that extent, we've hosted numerous prominent lectures, and we continue to host other events and training interventions where our members can also earn points towards their continuous professional development. And as part of our education and training portfolio that is led by my colleague Dr. Masisi, we've also launched new student chapters in Gauteng at universities in the province. And we continue to support the student chapters at those universities. And we do all this work because we recognize that in order for us to face the present, the imminent, and the future challenges in our industry, we will need leadership that is dynamic and that is adaptive to change. We will also need leadership that is not only technically conversant or technically capable. We will need leadership that is credible and that is endowed with unimpeachable integrity. And those are the values that we embrace as the SAIEE, and those are the values and the culture that we are trying to entrench in our members, particularly our young engineers who are going to lead us into this new transition. So colleagues, as we engage with the Honorable Minister this evening, let us keep in mind that we should be the drivers of the change that we want to see. So it all starts with us. And those are my concluding remarks. Thank you, Director of Ceremonies.